Well, hello again. Look at here, look at here. We have Maxine Phillips McKoy coming your way talking about life strategies. That's right. So tonight, it's all about not only just life strategies, but we're going to be talking about giving, ways to give, how you're giving, and have you made giving a part of your lifestyle strategies? So we're going to be talking about that. I am the CEO of GAMS Unlimited, Life and Career Coaching, and the founder of Level Less Women Succeeding. And that's all about helping individuals to understand their worth, advocate for themselves, and succeed on your own terms. Yes, we do this through coaching, consulting, workshops, assessments, as well as team development. So, we're going to get started with tonight's message. And the message, again, as I said, is about giving. I am going to share my screen with you, but in the meantime, I want you to come on in. I want you to tell me where you're dialing in from. I want you to tell me that the city, the state, the country, and also go on out there, connect with your family, your friends, your coworkers, your community, your neighbors. Let them know that you are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about giving, the ways to give, how to give, and how are you giving, and how are you giving back, not only to your community, to your country, as well as to the world. So go on, reach out to them, have a watch party, invite them in to be a part of this conversation. We're going to have a great time. And I have some guests that's going to be coming in and going to be sharing the ways that they are giving and how we are partnering, collaborating, working together in order to give to a worthy cause. Okay? So go ahead, reach out to your friends and have them to come on in and be a part of this conversation. I'm going to share my screen. Let's get this going. All right. All right. Let's see where we got. I think we got it going. Let's see. Barbara, can you see anything?
I cannot right now.
All right. Let's get started. Let's try this again. You know how technology is. We just have to make it work. All right, let's see if we can get him. There we go. It's up there. And let's see if we can get the full view. And that's the only thing about it is that, okay, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to keep it moving. But here we have, oh, it's stuck. It's not moving. There we go. Now I think it's going to move. Uh-oh, Mark is stuck. We're going to unshare because it's stuck. And what we don't want to do is waste time. So I'll tell you what was going to be happening. And it's talking about the golden nuggets that the platinum nuggets that we're going to be dropping tonight. And it's the ways to give. So I have a guest here, Barbara H. Smith from the Barbara H. Smith LLC, a global speaker. Welcome, Barbara. We
Thank
are
you so
so
much.
glad to have you this evening.
So glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes. So, Barbara, so the objective of this evening is not only about life strategies, but how do we incorporate giving in to make that a part of our life strategy? Just an everyday thing. We hear the cliche is better to give than to receive. I have found that to be true. How about you?
I believe so too. Maxine, I think it has to be a part of what you do as a person. There are all kinds of ways to give. You can give of your time, you can give of your talent, you can give of your cash. But I think what happens is we get so stuck on giving as a part of cash. I don't have the money. Well, sometimes even the simplest things, like, is there an elderly person that lives in your area that doesn't have visitors, stop by sometimes and give them some of your time. Is there a child that needs extra help with homework or tutoring, and you have an expertise in math, in science, in technology, in engineering? Give them a little bit of your time. Do you have extra cash where you see a person who is in need, someone who needs food, even something as simple as a meal? Just out of the kindness of your heart, give, and it will be given back to you. I am a living witness. Press down, shake it together, and run it over.
Yes, indeed. When you first talked about the elder, I mean, I cannot tell you, there are about five ladies, and I call them all the time just to check in with them. Of course, before COVID, I could go by and visit with them
Right,
and give them some of that what quality time.
right.
And you learn so much from them, that wisdom that they have. We know that Proverbs say, "Get wisdom," but in all thy getting, get an understanding.
Hmm.
And they help you to understand how to use that wisdom because they have gone through what we yet to go through.
Right.
And you're talking about the students and the tutoring. I mean, there's so many different. I know you have, given back. I love the fact that you said talent, time, money. I always say, and resources. And resources are what? It can be anything,
Mhm.
anything. One time I remember giving to a organization, I think it was called Red Shoes or Red Trucks or something like that. And they were collecting shoes for the needy.
Right.
And I mean, I collected like 500 pairs of shoes.
Wow.
And I just put the word out. Hey, listen, I'm, doing this donation, helping with the needy. Who has shoes that you're no longer using?
Right.
And they were nice shoes. They were not the kind that needed to get rid of totally yourself, but they were shoes that other people can appreciate. So we just take the time and canvas our environment where we are and start looking at, are there items that we can give away like right now? The schools, for the
Yes.
students, the supplies
Hmm.
that we
It's time.
need.
It's time. It's school time now.
Is yes, 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 yes. And start purging. Start looking at some of the things that you need to purge. Look in the
Yes.
back of your closet and see how many outfits you have not worn in the last 2 years.
Well, I do that quite often. I make it a point that if I buy new things, that means I need to give away things that I already have. And
Good.
that keeps my closet to a minimum. So there are things that you get sentimentally attached to, but I have a rule. Number one rule is if I buy something, I need to get rid of something. Number two rule is if I haven't worn it in 2 years, it needs to go
It
because
needs to
somebody
go.
else could use it. When you're sitting there holding it, then you're hoarding, and hoarding is a sin.
Not good at all. Not good at all. And it can be I call it procrastination. You're
Hmm.
procrastinating getting rid of it. And then it can also cause, the environment that you're in to become a little on the sick side as well, because you have so much stuff in the house. I'm reading this book called Disrupt Her, and it talks about stuff.
Yeah.
You buy stuff, you keep stuff, you hoard the stuff, you try to you don't necessarily give away the stuff, you're keeping the stuff because you think your family wants the stuff. Nobody wants the stuff. And then you leave this earth, what stuff still need to be, cared for.
Hmm.
And so, I mean, when I read that, it made me think about now, and see, you're right. You need to start purging. You need to start giving things away. I mean, I must have about 400 books. I
Right.
love books. I love to read it. I love to write in them. It's self-development books, basically.
Yeah.
So, but if we start talking about giving, so Barbara, tell me some of the ways in which you have given. I know I've done a lot of volunteering for nonprofit as well as for profit. I mean, starting with students from elementary all the way, as we just indicated, to our elders. So, share with me some of the things in which you have done to give back and some of the strategies. I love the two or three clues that you just dropped, but another one or two more strategies that you've used when giving back.
Well, one of the heart pulls for me is women and children. And so for many, many years now, I have been affiliated and give back to Natasha House. Natasha House is it's a transformational home for women and children who are homeless. And so whether it's an event that they're hosting, I support, or whether it's the monthly giving that I give to the organization, I have an automatic draft that comes out for them, whether it's the shoes that they collect all year long, or whether it's the Mile in My Shoes event that they host once a year. I'm always contributing. I take my birthday, and each
Ooh.
year that I've been a part of the organization, and Facebook allows you to give donations, and I give to that organization as my gift. People who want to give towards that gift for my birthday, they give to Natasha House. So that's one way. That's one organization. Another way I give, can I give it away, or should I hold off to you?
Hold on, hold on, hold
Okay.
on.
All right. Well,
We're
I
teasing
also
you all right now, so hold off.
I also have given for a long time to Project Discovery. Project Discovery gives back to the community I live in, students who need to see mentors in business. And so I used to teach a course called Money 101, where I teach them about interest rates and how to save money and how to buy stock and what's the rule of 72 do. And so I teach there and help with students who don't get that kind of training, not only in public school but at home. They don't really know that. So I also contribute to my church. I am very active in my church in the audio visual ministry, and I give back to my church. I also tithe, so I give back in a number of different ways to help the elderly, to help the homeless, to help young children. I have grandchildren that I give to. I have children that I give to, but I do a lot of community service in my community.
Awesome. I'm trying to take a peep to see, do we have anybody chiming in on Facebook and asking us questions? Because, hey, listen, I want you all to tell us, how are you giving? How are you giving back? How are you paying it forward? What ways are you using to give back? Give us some platinum nuggets. It's, hey, this is a two-way dialogue here. This does not have to be one way. So you all let me know that you're here. Chime in. Barbara, look you too and see if you see anybody that's leaving any questions or comments, and let us know where they're coming in from.
All
All
righty.
right, all right, all right, all right. Not yet. Okay, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. All right, y'all, come on now, give us some questions and tell us and share how you are giving back. All right, well, we talk about philanthropy and all of that, and all you got. Majority of the time, Barbara, when we hear that word, we always think of the wealthy.
Yes.
We always think of the wealthy, that the wealthy does that. But
Mhm.
any of us can do that.
We are
And
all
we all are. We're all wealthy. I
welcome.
used to you're right. I used to tell my mother that because she said, "Oh, you should have been born to a rich woman." I said, "I have been born to a rich woman. You're rich. You're rich in your abilities. You're rich in your love. You're rich into helping others. You're rich into taking students in the community when their parents are no longer here on this earth, and you're nurturing them to become the men and women that they've been created to be. So you are rich." And she finally said, "Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. You're right about that." And so that brings me to when we start giving and we start putting stipulations on the giving.
Wow.
I always call it be the have that unguppy love, no conditions. You're not expecting anything in return. You
Right.
give from the heart in order to be able to help others. So tell me what your thoughts is on that.
Well, when you said that, it brought another thought to mind. We don't really realize how wealthy we are. If you have your health and strength, you
Mm-hmm.
have wealth. Health is wealth, because there's a person who is laying on a hospital bed or on a ventilator or in ICU that would give anything to be up and about and around town with their family. But
Right.
it took me back to 3 weeks ago when I was in Nairobi, Kenya, Africa. And the things that we take for granted, the things that we don't think we're wealthy about, something simple: clean water.
Mm.
You can't drink the water in Nairobi. And so I'm a water drinker. So what do? I had to find a way, bottled water, filtered water to drink, because
Right.
that's something we take for granted. But giving them the ability to have clean water is something we work on here. One of the other ways I've given, and this is not to impress anybody, but to impress upon you that you can do anything. There is business women in Nairobi who all they want to do is sell their wares in the United States. And so what did I do? I couldn't save every businesswoman in Nairobi. So I picked two who I friended while I was there. And these ladies trusted me with their goods and their wares, and I delivered them from Nairobi to America and began to vend for them here. Now, I'm not getting any money for that. I'm just helping them earn some money, because here's the thing. We learned it while we were there that most people, get this, don't make $1,000 a month. In fact, most people are making $1 a day. $1 a day in US dollars is $10, 10 shillings, 10 shillings in Kenyan. So if
Wow.
I contribute $100 to somebody's bank account, to somebody's life, to somebody's well-being, that's 1,000 shillings for them, which is a whole month's salary. What do we do with $100 in a month?
It's
Just
gone
like
just
that.
like that. Yeah.
So that's another way that I give. And it feels so good to know that I'm helping support one family, two families, maybe three families in another place.
And it's from the heart.
Yep.
And it's from the
Yep.
heart. And you're not expecting anything in return, but the universe will take care of you.
Yep.
You know, as we say, it's better to give than to receive. We do receive once we
do-
give.
We
Not
do.
that we're expecting it. It's just this law of attraction. It happens.
It's a law of it's a universal law. You will reap what you sow.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
So that's what
Okay, I
I
was trying to see if I had anybody that was coming in and asking any questions or ready to make any comments. All right, I don't see any yet. Half the time I don't even, okay, I don't see any yet. But anyway, so you mentioned life, well-being. We take for granted
a lot.
what we have here.
Yeah.
And I remember myself being a young girl, and I didn't realize we were poor. Not until, but I don't know whose standard is considered poor. You know, we have all these standards and all these gauges and so forth and so on, but we had everything we needed.
Yeah.
We had shelter, we had clothes, we had food, we had love, you know, so we had all those, I call it areas that Maslow's law talks about. The needs were taken care of, you know, but then once you get older and you're out living life and you start making your own money, and then it's like, well, we really didn't have much. We were able to make good use of what we had.
And that's
what we had. And we still gave. We still helped our neighbors.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
A totally different world. And that brings me to one of the things that, you know, you were talking about, like, can you share it?
Yeah.
And so what Barbara's talking about is that she and I, we are a part of a phenomenal organization called the Black Business Expo USA. And this Black Business Expo USA is the sponsor of the Black Business Olympics. And the Black Business Olympics is happening on August the 23rd through the 29th. Yes, 7 days of it, 24 hours of it. And we are going to have live speakers who are going to be speaking to you, just like Barbara and I. We are sitting here talking to you. It's going to be on the IBM TV network, and it's going to be streamed to the 200 countries, over 200 countries. And in June, we had over 150,000 views. 150,000 views. So, what is that saying to you? It's saying to you that the information that's being shared from these speakers are phenomenal. These speakers are powerhouses. They are going to be talking about, Barbara, tell them what they're going to be talking about.
You're going to get some information from some famous and not so famous people. They are coming to the platform to share with you what they know, what they have, what they bring to the table. And it's exciting because everyone is an entrepreneur. Everyone is in business. Everyone is willing to share with you what they have to give you more knowledge on how to take your life to the next level. Your life, your business, you get to share live with them and ask them questions. You can ask questions and get your questions answered right on the spot, right during the event. So to know more about it, you can also go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com, and they're going to be talking about women in business. Yeah. They're going to be talking about marketing strategies. They're going to be talking about advertising. How do you work yourself on social media? How do you appear on those ads on social media? What you need to know about consistency and consistently showing up on all the social platforms. They're going to be talking about fireside chats with some very important people that you may not know. That's right. They're going to talk about history. It's a historical event. There has not been this level of expertise. There has not been this level of camaraderie. 100 speakers on the platform. One of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black America and in the world. You won't want to miss it.
You do not want to miss it. Trust us. Trust us. And you can chime in at any time of the night, the day, the morning, around the world. It does not matter. You will be able to find us on www.blackbusinessexpousa.com, and also find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And so you'll be able to watch it all day long, and it will be repeated. Let's make sure you understand that. Those speakers who come on during them that morning from 8 to 8, you're going to be able to hear them again from 8 to 8 all night. And then 3 months rolling after the expo ends, 3 months after the expo ends, on the 29th, you'll still be able to hear them, see them, view them, and even still ask questions, because we're going to be looking to see, are there additional questions that's being asked all along. So, Barbara, I understand that you're going to be speaking on this platform.
Yes, I will be on the platform on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Wednesday, the 25th of August at 4 p.m. But you want to catch all of the exciting speakers, because you're going to have questions. They're going to be giving you some information and dropping huge platinum nugget information that you can't get for no cost. They're going to be giving you that information, from producers and to speakers to activists to all kinds of information that all you have to do is consume it. And you don't want to wait till the replay, because the replay doesn't give you your question answered. And we know you have questions out there. So come on in and join us on the Black Business Expo USA. You won't want to miss the phenomenal speakers, outstanding presentations, and information that you can't find anywhere else.
Anywhere else. Phenomenal speakers. Barbara,
Yes, ma'am.
we also must share. Remember, I talked about the Black Business Expo sponsors the Black Business Olympics. And the objective of the Black Business Olympics is to raise scholarship dollars for our students.
That's right. That's what it's about more than anything.
Yes.
We talked about all of the different speakers and all of the different presenters, but the mission is giving. The mission is to give back to our students. That our students are wondering who's going to help them. Our students are wondering, why is it so difficult for them to get in college? Our students are wondering, where are they going to get the money? Well, the Black Business Expo has the answer. And when we get together as one force with over $1 trillion of spending in the Black community, we can help our students. Somebody had to help us. And so now it's our turn. We need to
Right.
help our students. And that's the mission. We're going to give them up to $5,000 in scholarship. We're looking for 10 and a laptop for them to enter college on the right footing. Won't you help us with that mission? It's a worthy mission. When we have students who are prepared for college, they do better than just coming in without preparation. That's what it's about.
You just, I mean, that was phenomenal. The way that you just helped us to weave that in there to talk about the mission and the vision. Because guess who just appeared? Guess who just appeared? Miss Sharon Campbell.
Hey, Sharon. Hello, everyone.
Yes, and Sharon Campbell of the Sharon Campbell Solution Group. She's co-chairing the scholarship fund with me. So this is awesome. Well, welcome, Sharon. We're so glad to have you because Barbara and I just dropped the platinum nugget about the objective of the Black Business Olympics.
Wow. Well, if you call it platinum nugget, you know what? I see it raining.
Yes,
I see it raining. I see it raining.
that's
I see
right.
it raining. Success for our students. I
Yes.
see it raining. I tell somebody, make it rain. Cash out. We got it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So that brings us to, so Sharon, tell us a little bit about the scholarship fund.
The scholarship fund is really about helping our youth. You know, we have so many youth that have started little jobs or companies at home, and they just don't have that extra to take it to the next level. They may need a laptop, or they may need some marketing material, or they may need to be on e-commerce and just don't have it. But if we can provide that to them, what a world of a difference. They could become the next Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey if the door is open for them with your contribution and it's your investment. You know, I think about this, Maxine and Barbara. You know, when I grew up and I got ready to go off to college, and I was from a small town, went to church, the mothers of the church would call you over and they had something in their hand and they'd slip in your hand real tight and say, don't open this, honey, till you get home. That little handshake kiss, I held that thing. I was scared to open and get home because I said, oh my goodness, this is something for Jesus. This is a gift. And that's what giving is about. It's about you investing in someone. It's about when I went off to college and I had all these little handkerchiefs of, of money and little notes that I would lay across my dorm bed and remember the love and how it felt that somebody thought about Polo on me. Polo on me, they did. And so that is what this scholarship is about. It's about we as a people thinking about the students. That's one way. The other one is our students are going off to college and they may not have quite enough to pay that tuition. You know, borrowing money and student debt is high, especially with the HBCU community. And if this organization that have the heart of the kids, the heart of the youth, we want to take that burden off of the student as well as the parent and give them the opportunity to grow and thrive in school and not worry about that laptop, how they're going to purchase their books, or they may have to leave for a semester because they did not have that $5,000 right then. But they had that 4.0 average and they just needed just that little bit to make a difference. That is what we are about. And we want you to join us as we bring life to kids around the world. You do not have to be in North Carolina. You do not have to be in New Jersey, California. You could be anywhere on the global world and go to our website and apply. And that is what the Black Business Olympics is about. Investing in our students.
That's awesome, Sharon, because that is so true. I often think about when I was in college and, money started running low and you're looking for, like you said, the scholarships, and I will put in for scholarships, and lo and behold, I would get some of the scholarships and be so thankful, so absolutely thankful for getting it. And then you have your church and your communities and the fraternities and sororities who also give scholarships. And I never will forget that it's like I was at my lowest and almost could not pay for that next semester, but that scholarship came through, and it was like a lifesaver, like you just say, put the life rope out, and it helped me to continue to move forward and get the degree. And so this scholarship is so critical to helping the seniors who are going off to college and are K through 12. Now get this, y'all pay close attention. Kindergarten through 12th grade who are entrepreneurs. They just need that little help to keep them moving forward, to keep that business going. I remember me when I was a first time business owner. I didn't know a lot of things I needed to know, but that's giving. We talked, Barbara and I talked about earlier about your time, your talent, and your resources. Money is only one part of giving, but you can also mentor. But when it comes to the Black Business Expo scholarship, we do need the funds. Let's be clear about it. We need the dollars. But
But
think of
also,
this.
you go ahead, Maxine.
I was going to say, think of it this way. It does not take 5 or 6 people trying to give. We'll take it though. Tons and tons of money. But what we're looking for is for you all to partner with us. If you have 5, 10, 15, 20, you can go to the Black Business, the www.blackbusinessexpousa.com, and you will find the scholarship tab there. And you can start donating now. No amount is too small because it's going to help us to be able to give these laptop computers and up to the $5,000 that we are wanting to give during the scholarship presentations. Now we have another individual that's going to join us, and he knows so well about scholarships, and he can give you a personal story as to why he and his family, who are the visionaries of this Black Business Expo. So we're going to bring up Dr. Eric Kelly III. Oh, okay. He said let's hold off a little bit longer for that.
Okay. Well,
All
Maxine,
right.
let me share this with the audience. We think about, and when we was talking about how we give, but we need to take it one step. We need to include our family and start talking about this in our family. Start talking about this in our church, in our communities. We don't need to just take this information just this one time, but make it a life commitment that this is something that you are tied to every year. And then
Yeah.
we have the duty to go and spread the word to people about this. Some of you may not even know about us, but guess what? If I tell the organizations I belong to, the giving goes. If I share with whenever my granddaughters now is out playing softball or running track and I'm standing there, um, I'm sharing with the people. They're talking about this. They want to say, oh my goodness, I did not know that. Y'all doing what? So we need to also spread this word. Share with other business owners that you know. We have clients that we can share this information before. We can not only just look for ourselves, but we also really need to ask our clients. We go to the doctor, we can talk to the doctor. There's so many people that we can reach and touch. And you don't have to think about, I think a lot of people, when they think about giving, it's for the rich and famous, but it's not. More money is given from other people. When there is a big hurricane and over Haiti, money comes in from everywhere because we want to give, we want to help, we want to fix it. And that is what we want to do for these kids. We want to give them their first step to opportunities.
Yes, you just mentioned something about, we always think of the rich and the famous are the ones who want to give, and
Mhm.
but we are the rich and the famous as well. So
Mhm.
let's get this clear. Let's make this understood. We all are rich and famous. And so this is our opportunity to even show the world what we can do. And so that's another thing that we want to do. It brings me to start thinking about our youth. And I say prior to COVID, we had a youth expo, and they were able to show all their goods and their wares. And it was amazing to see how a 5-year-old had written a book, and then I mean, I'm there asking for their autograph, purchasing their books and getting their autograph. And then you watch their face and it just literally lights up because you know that you're supporting their dream and their vision. And that's what the Black Business Expo Scholarship Fund is doing. It's supporting these K through 12 entrepreneurs, their dreams, and helping them to move forward. So that's why we're here talking about
And
giving resources right now, and yes, and giving money. And so, Barbara, chime in. Tell me what your thoughts are right now.
yeah, I wanted to just chime in. One of the other reasons why we do the Black Business Expo is so that these young entrepreneurs, these young minds, can see entrepreneurs in action, because you can't be something you haven't seen. You can't be what you haven't seen done. And so, other than seeing a basketball player or a football player, and there's nothing wrong with those professions, but we want to showcase Black business owners being successful in the eyes of our students so that their dreams and their goals can be achieved. And the way that we get them to the place where they can see is by giving to them, not only just talking about it, but being about it. That's one of my
Hello.
favorite. Don't talk about it, be about it. You say you want to help, then do that. It doesn't take a lot. If all of us, $1 trillion in the Black community that we spend, where are we spending our dollars that we're getting an ROI, a return on our investment? When we spend our money and invest in our kids,
Yes.
then we are going to get a tremendous ROI. When they can see entrepreneurs who are making a difference, and when we hire our own entrepreneurs, as we take our entrepreneurial skill to the street and show our kids this is how business is done, they get inspired, they get on fire. And that fire also requires us to give. Won't you give to the Black Business Expo? Won't you give to the Scholarship Fund so that they can provide funds for our students who are up and coming entrepreneurs?
Oh, that is so near and dear to my heart when I hear that, because I remember when I was a part of the American Diabetes Association and I was a chair, there was a captain. And in order for us to be the top team,
Yeah.
I asked 100 of my friends to ask 100 of their friends for $1. For $1 is all I needed for them to ask, for $1. And by doing that, we raised $10,000.
We could do that here.
We can do that here easily. So we're
$10.
putting a challenge out there. Yes, ask one friend for $1. You collect it, and then you push it to the Black Business Expo Scholarship Fund.
And speaking of
Or
pushing it,
pushing it.
push our own agenda. Instead of us trying to always come to the table, let's build our own table. Let's build our own students. Let's build what we need to have in the Black community. $1 trillion. Somebody said that Jeff Bezos is worth $300 billion. And that's $200 billion in the Black community. One man has more money than all the Black businesses running today. Something's wrong with that picture because we're spending our money in the wrong places.
I was gonna say, and we're contributing to that, to his income, but we need to have it circulating within our own economy, in our own community as well. So let's not forget that, to start supporting each other.
Yes.
Now we're here talking about the scholarship fund, and the scholarship fund is to make sure that we are helping these young people. Many times we have the tendency, and I'm putting we in there, because let's face it, we're, when you point the finger, that thumb points back at you.
That's right.
We're not exempt from it. But many times we'll talk about what we want our young people to do, or what we want them to become, or what they should be doing with their life. But what we don't maybe sometimes we fail to realize, is that they don't have the resources. They don't have the funds.
Or the direction.
Go ahead, Sharon. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the opportunity. Sometimes we as business owners, we can see these students and we can say, you know what? Would you come visit twice a month? And I'm going to take that time out to work with you to help you grow this. And I'm going to, and you just think what that would mean to them, and say, oh my goodness, as kids say, a grown-up going to help me? Yes, I'm going to stop. You're going to come and I'm going to put you at my desk. You're going to be the president. I want you to sit in your chair.
Yes.
And I'm going to sit over there. And we're going to strategize on your company. And we're going to talk about what you're doing. And then from there, I want you to go around to my other people in my office and talk about this, because I want them to see what they're going to invest in. And so then it starts with simply as bringing a child in and help them be the president. And instead of let them sit in that chair and feel that in your stomach, when you know, I got a good idea, and everybody want to buy it. And that is when that aha moment is for them. And that's why we give to the scholarship. It's that aha moment for that student.
And Sharon, you put a huge point right there, because what I know and what I train is, it's our minds, our children's minds are like balloons. And so I do an exercise in training where I have everybody take a balloon, and then I have everybody blow air into I have them examine the balloon first, the texture of it, the size of it, how flexible it is. And then I have them blow up the balloon as much as they want or as little as they want, and just hold the air inside the balloon for a moment. Once they do that, then I say, hold on to the balloon, but release the air from it. Now, what do you observe about the balloon? Well, what they observe is that the balloon's shape is different. And so what I'm saying by saying all of that is, once you expand your mind, it can never go back to its original state. So once we expand these students' minds with the fact that they could be an entrepreneur, that they could work behind Sharon Campbell's desk, that they could be the next person who earns $1 billion, $1 trillion. You expand their minds and expose them to what they need to do to get there. Their minds will never go back.
That's so true.
When you expand your mind, you want more. You want more. You start seeking more. You start asking more questions. You become more of a thinker and a doer. And you
critical thinking.
It's like a sponge, and you continue elevating, and before you know it, you're walking in the fullness of greatness. And then you reach back and you teach somebody else and bring them forward with you.
And that increases their value. And our
Yeah.
illustrious Dr. Kelly would say, when you don't value your value, then your value is not valuable.
That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm like, he need to put that on a t-shirt. That is so, so true because it's so critical that you value yourself. And that's what we do here at the Black Business Expo.
Yes.
We have confidence that we're sitting here talking to you about the scholarship fund. But again, our mission is not only to raise scholarship dollars, but it's also to impart our wisdom into the youth.
Education.
Is also to help them increase their confidence level.
Yep.
Is also to help them know that they can believe in themselves and that they can become who they have the desire to become. And not only that, we also give them an opportunity to dream about being that engineer, that attorney, that mechanic, that drafter, graphic artist, or an artist, period.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, you have all these different abilities, but these students need to know that they are so gifted and how to use it. And they get a chance to hear all these phenomenal speakers talk about how they have, where they came from, how they're using it, and how they are at the stage that they are in life. And our young people can understand and see that there is hope. Because right now there's plenty of them sitting out here thinking that they don't have it, they can't make it, they can't do it. But we know they can. We believe they can, and we're going to help them believe in themselves. So Sharon, what were you getting ready to say?
And I was just thinking about how the Black Business Expo also allowed youth to tell their story. And so there's no greater thing to hear a youth that have received say, this helped. And when other youth hear that is like, oh my goodness, this is great. I want to be a part of that. And so that is a platform that this organization, Black Business Expo USA, have youth talk about their story and how it has helped them. And that's a fantastic way of hearing from a student the value of that.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Barbara, I see you thinking.
There's so much value. I mean, we can't even really explain all of the value that as a speaker and a trainer and a coach that brings all of these people together. The vision is magnificent, and it's not been done to this magnitude. 7 days of information, 7 days, 8 to 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day.
12 hours, yes.
And then it's running for 12 more hours. So it's 24 hours a day of information that you can use. We're not just talking crazy talk. We're talking business. We're talking business to business. And we're showing our students that this is how business is done. This is how business is run. And you can be a part. But they can only be a part if you help us by giving to the scholarship fund. Give to the cause and the mission of helping other students get to the place they need to be. They need to come up higher, just like we did. They need a hand up. They're not asking for a hand out. They're asking for a hand up. And I was once told, never look down on anyone unless you're reaching the hand down to help pick them up.
Pull them up. Pull them up. That's how I say it. Pull them up. Yeah,
pull our students up to the next level, because they are our now, not our future. And the only way that they're going to be successful is if we give them guidance, education, as well as resources. So any little bit will help. Nothing is too small or too large to help with the Black Business Expo and the Black Business Expo Olympics with the scholarship fund. We have a Cash App. You don't even have an excuse anymore. Well, I can't get it to you. We have a Cash App. You can also just go to the www. Black Business Expo USA website and find out how you can contribute to this fabulous organization.
Wow, that's awesome. And when you go to the website, you will find the scholarship tab. Is for very first tab, the scholarship tab. And the thing about it, you can make it one time or you can make a monthly. So you can be a monthly contributor. So don't feel like that you can't give right now or you don't have a large amount to give right now. The small amount every month still adds up. So there are options. There's different ways that you can give. And let's not forget about our corporate sponsors.
Not
We're
at all.
still looking for corporate sponsors.
We love
You
that.
know, yes, and partners. We're looking at the okay, Dr. Kelly. We're gonna bring Dr. Kelly up because he's the one gonna be talking about these corporate sponsorships. Come on up, Dr. Kelly. This is Dr. Kelly the third, or the CEO. There he is. Glad to have you with us this evening. You're on mute.
You're still on mute.
Still on mute. Try it again.
Hello and welcome.
I am Dr. Kelly III.
Eric Kelly the third. And you're still on mute.
It's not letting you. Okay, hit your sound button.
Let me do it again. Hello and welcome.
But trust me, once you start talking, you're going to hear some phenomenal information about the corporate sponsorship. So just know that
we absolutely adore Dr. Kelly. And that's why we're teasing him right now.
Yeah. And listen, we're looking for corporate sponsors for the laptop computers as well. So if you are one of the corporations out there, just know that you can partner with us in order for us to be able to give our students these laptop computers that's going to help them in school as well as in their business.
Yes.
So
I have one thing to add to that. If you are a business, you can buy a laptop and donate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, you can.
There's
You can
other ways.
say, this is back to school. There's so many different sales. So I'm going to go and buy one of these nice laptops from Best Buy, and I'm going to take it to the Black Business Expo and donate it for our company. We do all this donation and stuff. Sometimes a laptop. So I'm challenging the small businesses also to, hey, look, make this part of your giving, part of your marketing plan, part of your budget. Go purchase a laptop for a student.
There you go. All right. Great. Another option. See, we believe in giving you options. there are different ways in which you can give. We're talking about giving time, talent, resources, and money. And now you can also purchase a laptop and give. So, Dr. Kelly, welcome.
I hope my mic is working. Is it working?
It is working. It is working.
Well, you know,
we can hear you now.
Good. I was sitting here listening to you ladies, and y'all was doing a marvelous job. And I was just thinking to myself, you know, it's always a few that see the vision and press the vision forward. And then when the vision is upon us, then everybody wants to jump on. If we go back to November and think about all the people who said it could not be done. And I just remember, you know, calling people saying, you know, when Ted Turner told the world that he was going to do a 24-hour network, everybody said, Ted, you are crazy. We know you'll have money, Ted, but you are crazy. And Ted Turner said something that my grandmother says to me a long time ago. She said, you can't listen to people who have never done something. Listen to what I'm saying. You cannot listen to people who have never done anything. If it's never been successful, how do you know it's going to be successful? And so Ted Turner went ahead and did that 24-hour news network, and every network in the world, in the entire world, has a 24-hour news network. Same with us. We're embarking on history. You know, we ask people for dollars and cents for our kids, but we're embarking on a historical moment in time. No one has ever, and I want to make sure people understand, no one has ever done a 24-hour Black business network 24 hours a day, ever. And that's what we're embarking on. I talk about that $1 trillion in the African American community. Do you know that when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated, he was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, fighting for economic, say it again, economic inclusion. People don't realize that. One of the other things people don't think about, the bus boycott was not a couple of weeks. It was 18 months. I want to say that again. Black people made a decision that they were not going to ride the bus, and people had jobs for 18 months. It brought the government to its knees. And so the question becomes, are you black led or are you being black targeted? That's what we have to begin to think about as black folk. And we can talk all day and put the cash app up and do this and do that. But at the end of the day, it's about our kids. And for those who don't understand about the kids situation, and y'all have been so eloquent when y'all talk, but you got to understand, if it's only 1% is going to make it as a rapper, as a singer, as a stripper, as a criminal, okay, as a football, basketball, or any kind of sports, what does that leave for the other 8 billion people on the planet? Do you think your son or your daughter is going to make the NBA if that son or daughter has to compete with LeBron James and he's been there for 20 years? It's not going to happen. If we don't look at our kids and look at our students and say, let's give them something else that they can see, because most of the images that you see are going to be negative. We want to give positive images all across the world to dispel the myth that black people can't work together, black people are not brilliant, black people don't have money, and black people are not geniuses. And that's what this moment in time is all about. It's not about how much money that we can earn, because at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, you know, I'm going to give these scholarships out to these kids. I believe that our community can help give scholarships out to kids all across the world. The Black Business Olympics, we did 150,000 people. And that was just a modest number because we couldn't count all the YouTube viewers. We couldn't count all the LinkedIn viewers. We couldn't count all the TikTok and Twitter viewers that we had. We only looked at the list that Facebook gave us, and we still couldn't count the viewers from the IBM network, which reaches over 200 countries. So at the end of the day, when we talk to business owners, and I get messages from people a lot of times saying, you're asking for $300. And I say to them, when you go to New York City and you go get a meal and it costs you about $150 for a good meal in New York, and then you go out twice, that's $300. When you go to a black restaurant and a black restaurant charges you $12 for a meal, that's a 300-year recipe. We complain. So we can't sit back and say our kids are thugs, bugs, and criminals and don't do nothing about it. And we are here saying we want to do something about it with your help. So in closing, and I do appreciate y'all letting me get all that good time. I know it's not my show. In closing, I'd like to ask each and every person that's watching to come watch what we do next week. We're going to be on fire. You guys do not even know. We are actually full right now, and I got some more people still calling, trying to get on. We are full. That's the only reason I came on. I wasn't going to come on unless I was full. And I'm so full with the numbers. We have over 100 speakers. We have 7 days coming up. And oh my goodness, we got some powerhouses. If I were to tell you that we have millionaires speaking this month If you miss this month, you're going to miss a blessing. You're going to miss some money. And more important, you're going to miss history, because we're going to make history again. And I tell you, I am just so full right now, because when you are on a mission of truth and justice and power, you cannot be stopped. We're not going to turn around. We're not going to turn back. We're going to keep moving on and on. And I want to say to Sharon Campbell, Sharon, awesome job. Awesome job. I want to say it in public. Sharon got on her phone and said, y'all move y'all schedules to get on this platform.
Right.
I want to talk to Barbara. Barbara got on her schedule and say, y'all move y'all schedule. Maxine, you got on them people that got on their schedule, say move. And I just sat back and said to my friends, I said, look, I want to be full, and I'm not playing no games. And it seems to me, when you have a goal and a mission, and you follow through with that goal and mission without allowing other people to deter you or pull you back, you hit that mark. You hit that mark every time.
Boom! Shakalaka boom. Yeah, well, drop the mic. Drop the mic. Well, listen, folks, you heard it. I know we're at the 8 o'clock mark, but you just heard the dynamite Dr. Eric Kelly III talk about what's happening next week, August 23rd through the 29th. You need to be here. www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. That's the website. And also go to the Facebook page, connect with us, be ready to listen, be ready to ask questions, have your pen and paper ready to take notes so that you can be engaged. There's going to be platinum. When I say platinum, I mean platinum nuggets of information that's going to be shared.
That's right.
In closing, Barbara, one last word.
Note takers are money makers, baby.
All right. Sharon,
spread the word, spread the word, spread the word. If you're trying to grow your business, you better be there. If not, we're going to leave you.
And plan to prosper. And Dr. Kelly, one last word.
Well, what you're looking for is looking for you. If you don't value your value, then your value will not be valuable. And last but not least, the reason that people can't communicate is because they're not listening to you. They're listening to what they're thinking. So we got to stop listening to what we're thinking and listen to what we're saying. And I want to thank everybody for coming to the Maxine Phillips Pearl, I call it the Cum Laude Show. I want to thank all of y'all for coming. Make sure that you tune in after the expo. But I guarantee you one thing. When you get the Black Business Expo or the Black Business Olympics experience, you will never forget it. You will be changed forever. Because 7 days a week, one day we're going to do business empowerment. That's on Monday. On Tuesday, we're going to do marketing, advertising, public relation, branding. On Wednesday, we're going to do 64 ways to do social media. On Thursday, we're going to do community engagement, diversity inclusion, and equity inclusion. That means money and inclusion. And then on Friday, we're going to do the young people, Generation X versus Generation Z, how to bridge the digital divide. Then on Saturday, oh my goodness, on Saturday, we're going to do Black business and the culture. And I got some movie theaters and some movie producers and some TV producers on that day. And then on Sunday, we're going to shut it down. Black business and the church.
And the church. We're going to be at the church.
Ladies, gentlemen, entrepreneurs, CEOs, let's let the hate go. Let's let it go.
Let it go.
The hardest sale in the world is to ourselves by ourselves. but everybody else targets us to earn a living. Stop putting all these other cultures through college, through businesses, and put our own people through college and through business, and start looking at each other as family. Each one of the businesses that are going to be coming on represents an entire family. And that's really what it's all about. You got EK3 from the south side of the Bull City. As I always say, without love, there's no happiness. And without happiness, there is no peace of mind. That's my last word. Until next week, when I start out by saying, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Black Business Olympics.
I know that's right. And tune in next week at 7:00 because I'll be here talking about the levelist mindset as part of the Black Business Expo. So until next week, I look forward to seeing you. Take care. This is Maxine Pearl Phillips McKoy, the levelist woman.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
Hi, I am Maxine Pearl Phillips McKoy. I am the CEO of GAMS Unlimited Life and Career Coaching and the founder of Levelist Business Strategies. We are a training corporation. We have coaches, we have consultants, and we have business strategies because we train both large and small organizations. Listen, I want to share with you that I have been with the Black Business Expo since November of 2019. I came on board to help with the scholarship committee, and that's because I believe in their mission. Their mission is to create scholarships for our seniors going on to college and for our students K through 12 who are already entrepreneurs. I encourage you to join us at the Black Business Expo on August the 23rd through the 29th. I tell you, you are going to be receiving some great information. You're going to be building networks and relationships with individuals like I have that's going to increase you, not only your knowledge, but also your connections. You are going to be a part of the world's largest Black Business Expo in America and in the world. So I encourage you to register, become a part. And when you do, reach out to me. Let me know that you're here. I would love to connect with you. Again, I look forward to seeing you at the Black Business Expo.
It's time to join the Black Business Olympic Network, along with the 2021 Black Business Expo USA. Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business.